Have you ever been so frustrated that you scream at no one or nothing in particular? That kind of powerlessness and frustration that makes you want to yell at the world. Considering what's going on right now in our world, I bet a lot of people are and business owners who feel this way. And hopefully this will lead to a improved reality for all of us. But today I want to talk about business ownership. And I want to share why 30 years ago, I screamed at the walls of my business, my first business, for what seemed to be no reason in particular, but really, I was frustrated. Hello, I'm Patricia Botero Saint Jean. I also go by PB. And with my business coaching practice today, Open for Business is the name of my practice. I help people become self-empowered by starting the right business for them and by providing resources for them to become successful business owners. So it was actually 30 years ago. I had a business that I just started, and I remember this one particular day where I felt extremely frustrated, very disempowered, and really stuck. That was a business that I had started that I eventually grew into a 4,000 square foot spa that employed up to 50 people at that point. And I had bootstrapped it from day one by reinvesting its profit into growth. So I had to work very hard to grow it. And some days were harder than others. So anyways, I still have this vivid memory of this one particular day. And it was late evening, past closing time, around 10 p.m. I think. We were open until 9 p.m. So usually by the time the staff left, it was about 9:30 or 10. And it was just me alone in the building. That evening, I was feeling particularly overwhelmed and exhausted and really frustrated. As I was walking up the stairs to the second story of my beautiful spa, I realized that I was facing a wall. And at that moment, I just yelled out of pure frustration at the building itself, as if it was hearing me. And really, I was yelling that I needed a blueprint, I needed a roadmap, because I didn't know where to go next, and I felt stuck. And remember, I was a 25-year-old new business owner at that time. And looking back, I realized I was really winging it. And which is why I made many expensive mistakes, and I worked so hard then, mostly at fixing these mistakes. And here's why. I had launched a business without any plans, without any research, no pre-planning, no really understanding where I was going, just winging it one day after the next. And also, this was in the early 1990s. There was no internet then, no social media. And when you needed information, you had to spend hours digging in libraries and bookstores, and you were not even sure that you're going to find it. Business knowledge at that time was not easily accessible, and the business schools mostly taught people how to be good corporate employees, not really how to be a good business and successful business owner. And all of that, cost me a lot of time and a lot of money. So fast forward a few decades, today, a lot has changed in our world and is still changing as we are currently experiencing it. But even though we have access to tons of information and also misinformation, I still meet my clients today, many business owners who have the same frustrations I had 30 years ago. And to prove my point, the small business administration today still shows that the majority of new businesses do not survive beyond 5 years. So, I never really found that perfect roadmap or blueprint to starting a business. And from 3 decades as a small business entrepreneur and a business coach, I have created that roadmap today, which I use to help my clients succeed. And this roadmap is focusing, this one in particular, on the research stage of a business up to its launch. So it has 4 stages. The first stage is the research of the idea or the different concept of businesses that you may want to acquire. This is where you look at the market, you also look at yourself and the goals that you have for your life with that business. And you make sure that at least you're on the right track, that you're not going to open a business and discover too late that you absolutely hate your life with it, or that it's not providing you and your family what you expected that it would. So that's the first stage. It's a very important stage. It also helps you solidify your goals and how you envision your life as you grow and develop that business. That's stage one. Stage two is the vetting stage. This is where you are going to look at one or several businesses ideas that you're considering and make sure that you have a market with it. Make sure that it will fly and not flop. And depending on the type of business you're considering, there are different ways of vetting this business, which I explain in my roadmap. And stage three is the planning. Now, at that point, you have identified the business that you want to start. You are pretty much 100% confident that is the right one for you, and you are planning it. So you're writing a business plan, you're writing a marketing plan, you're identifying your ideal customer avatar, your ICA, you're making sure that you understand the market and that you are solving a problem, that this business is solving a problem that people are willing and able to pay for. And it's a very important stage too, because it will guide you pretty much the growth of your business. And the last stage in my roadmap is the launching part. And the launching part is more tactical. This is where you identify all the steps you need to take, and they are not always very fun, but they need to happen. The tactical steps you need to take in order for you to be on the legal and administratively right foundation for this particular business. So here's the news. I'm going to be teaching this roadmap in a couple of weeks, and over 4 days. Each day is going to have 60 minutes, and I'll be sharing it with you. So I hope you can join me, because this will be, at least even if you have been considering business ownership but you're not sure, this will be a great way for you to decide whether business ownership is the right path for you and whether you can start a business with confidence. So go ahead. My team create a beautiful registration page for this. All we need is your name and email address so we can send you updates on this roadmap. I hope you can make it. I will see you there and share with you this roadmap which can make a tremendous difference on the next few years of your life. Thank you for being here, and cheers to building a life you love. Take care.